Shalom, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, B'Shem HaKadosh, the one the elders and apostles of great most of the well. Shalom to the elect. Yeah, man, what's been on the news is, tensions and war between India and Pakistan, man. Which India, Pakistan will be same relatives as the Iranians, which are Elamites, man, in the scriptures. That's their nation, Elamites. So really, this is kind of like an in-house fight. You can consider it as a civil war because they're the same race of people, just different tribes. They're all Persians, descendants of the Persian Empire. Yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, this is showing you more proof of the scriptures talking about war, man. All of this is the intensity. The intensity is increasing to World War III, man. Okay, and things are only just going to get worse, man. Yeah, soon, all countries will be involved, especially the major ones, the major superpowers. Because India is part of the BRIC nation. Which is consists mainly with Russia being the second superpower compared to Babylon the Great America. The book of Ezekiel talks about Gog being a god unto them, which is modern day Russia. So it could cause tensions because the UK has done a deal with India recently, and India has an alliance with Russia. Babylon the Great America, is opposing Russia, and so it's like the UK is in between. So things are gonna escalate, man. Anyways, let me get scriptures. Matthew 24 verse 3, and it says, this is the Lord speaking to the disciples. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, or anointed, or chosen, or have the truth, and shall deceive many. Yeah, man. Because like, you may have people out there saying, oh, there's not going to be a World War III. You may have people trying to downplay the prophecies and say, it's we've got 1,000 years, we've got 50 years or whatever, trying to avoid it being in our timeline and generation, when clearly the prophecies are hitting hard. You can see it. You can see that we're in the last days. You can see that things are escalating, and there's limited time, man. Yeah, that's why we got to push out the prophecies. You got a lot of false teachers, even in Israel, other Israelite camps, that are teaching madness, man. Not warning the people, which they will have blood upon their hands, according to Ezekiel 33. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, the end referring to, when the Lord makes his return, because that's what the disciples asked. Let me read it again. It says, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what should be the sign of thy coming? Yeah, so how do we know that you're coming back, and of the end of the world, meaning the end of this society? And the person that's ruling in this society, this in wickedness, is the Edomites, the so-called white people. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. But anyways, verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So a lot of destruction, turmoil, anarchy, chaos is going to be firing from all cylinders in this world, man. But there, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Yeah, these are signs of world war. Yeah, Revelations 11:14, it says, the second woe is past, referring to World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly, World War III. And in the scriptures, you will never hear anything of a fourth, fifth, sixth, or anything beyond three, beyond a third woe. Showing you that World War III is the last war and the war to end all wars. And in the midst of that war, Revelations 12 and 7 and Revelations 19:11, the Lord is going to come in the midst of that war, yeah, and fight against these Edomite devils and their army, fight NATO and all of that, and all the other countries that try to oppose a threat to the Lord, just like the movie Independence Day and War of the Worlds. Isaiah 9 and verse 5 says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Yeah, so that's how you know what war this is talking about, because this will be the only war based on the evolution of technology, where it's going to be mainly consisting of nuclear fire, concentrated fire, energy weapon fire. Yeah, direct energy weapons that do, yeah, laser beams and bombs and ICBMs, man. Yeah, the big red button. Yeah, this is going to be beyond foot soldiers, although there will be, paratroopers and so forth, and tanks and AI robots. Yeah, it's gonna be like Terminator, man. Yeah. Anyways, with that, all praises be unto Yahweh by Hashem Yashai, Hashem Kakadash, Shalom.